Hi everyone, welcome to New York State Public High School Athletic Association's Captains Club, presented by the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association. This association represents over 30,000 New York State employees and retirees from the Security Services Unit and is proud to support NYSPHSAA Captains Club and other student leadership initiatives. I'm Kristen Jaden, Special Programs Coordinator. Captains Club was started to keep you, all student athletes, the different roles, the responsibilities and expectations of what it takes to be a team leader. It doesn't matter if you're a captain, a bench player, or anything in between. During Captains Club, we focus on you. Now, I'm really excited to hear from our guest today, Guy Waltman. Guy is a native of Niskayuna High School and in Section 2, and he launched his startup company, Family First Fitness, in June of 2013. He has since made a lifelong commitment to facilitating health and wellness around the world. Guy draws from the tragic death of his father as motivation, having passed away from metabolic disease 1 year prior. He developed F3 to focus on family, education, and fitness, the three priorities he believes are essential to holistic health and wellness. Guy is a certified personal trainer, weight loss specialist, group fitness instructor, youth fitness specialist, nutrition expert, and professional public speaker for the NFL's Fuel Up to Play 60 program, as well as a former Division I lacrosse player for the Syracuse Orange. Guy, welcome to Captains Club, and thank you so much for being here.
No, thanks so much for having me, my friend. I'm very excited to be here as well. And I want to start off today with a little story. I think story time is definitely called for right now. So it was the middle of the afternoon when the alarm sounded. My father was cooking in the kitchen, as he was a full-time chef in the fire department. So usually the chores, there's a rotation of all the chores, and duties within the station. But because my father was so talented in the kitchen, all of his fellow colleagues, they didn't have any issue mopping the floors or cleaning the toilets for him. So deafeningly loud, the alarm makes your reactions instantaneous. Okay, you throw off the apron, you slide down the fireman pole, you suit up, and he drove the fire truck, Station 4 of Schenectady, New York, to the building that went up in flames. He truly did it all. The picture in the paper the following morning showed a man climbing out of a window in that very same burning building, smoke and flames evident, holding a woman over his shoulders, descending with his right hand around the woman's back while maintaining a firm grip on the ladder with his left. The caption of the paper called him a hero. So where do heroes like that come from? There can be no doubt that is a very loaded question. But the short answer, in my humble estimation, is that leaders are made, not born. Now, we've all heard that phrase, right? He's a naturally born leader, or, he was born to be a leader, or whatever. But I find that to be entirely untrue. See, the truth of the matter is that we are really born into this world with virtually zero skills, okay, let alone talents. And leadership, my friends, and dare I say positive leadership, takes both talent and skill. So if you aren't born a leader, then how does one become a leader? And the answer to that is environment. It is our life experiences that allow us to grow into leaders. And notice, okay, this is important. Notice I simply said the word leaders. I didn't say good, I didn't say great leaders. See, in my opinion, leadership is more black and white. It's not gray. There are leaders, and then there are non-leaders. If there is an adjective that perhaps should go in front of the word leader, it would be the word positive or negative. You can be a positive leader or you can be a negative leader. But besides that, you are either a leader or you are a non-leader, okay, also known as a follower, right? So we have leaders, we have non-leaders, and it's key that we all understand what makes a leader worth following. See, leaders and aspiring leaders as well, they should obviously understand the qualities of leadership, right? But so should the non-leaders, the followers. For a leader, by definition, is only a leader if he or she has followers, okay? But it's up to you who you will follow in sports, in business, in life, whatever. So the most essential task of a leader is to make those following feel safe. That is the single most important aspect of leadership. Now, this next part here, I can't exactly take full credit for this analogy for even leaders learn from others from time to time, right? And the gentleman who actually came up with this analogy, he goes by the name of Simon Sinek, and he's someone who I strongly suggest that we all pull up on YouTube in our spare time and watch some of his videos. He's truly inspirational and has taught me quite a bit. And one of the things that I love is when he talks about what is called the circle of safety, okay? A person put in a position to lead must create a circle of safety. And the walls surrounding that circle can either be widespread or they could be reserved for the few. Okay, I'll say it again. This is important. The walls can either be extended so that everyone feels safe, everyone feels welcome, everyone feels a part of the family or a part of the team, the company, etc. Or the walls can be exclusive, only for the lucky ones and only for the few. Okay? Leaders make that circle of safety available to the outermost edges of the pack, of the team, the tribe, what have you. Whereas those who fail to lead only make the circle of safety available to a select few. It might be the senior class, right? If you're a high school senior, it might be the board of directors and the high-up executives of a big company, or just maybe the quote, the quote-unquote the cool kids, right? It's only when the walls are extended to everyone that someone put in a position to lead can be a world-class leader, okay? People get put in positions to lead all the time and fail to be leaders. Understand that. Just because you are put in a position to lead does not mean you are a leader. It is when the CEO, for example, extends the circle of safety to the new hire that the newest in the company feels welcome. And it's when the coaches and captains extend the circle of safety to the incoming freshman, might be the transfer student, right, or the walk-on if you're, so more so in collegiate sports, right, the team managers. It's only when the circle of safety is extended to the outermost regions of the pack that the entire team can feel like a family, okay? But then it comes down to positives and negatives. Like I said, the only adjective that I choose to use in front of the word leader is either positive or negative, right? And assuming that we all want to be positive leaders here, the next step is to present with an attitude of giving, not taking, okay? Share your knowledge. Go above and beyond. Be a friend first, or be a mentor if it's not a peer relationship, if it's more sort of a coach to a player or mom and dad to a son or daughter, right? Genuinely put the well-being of others before your own. So you can lead like, for example, I use these two examples because everyone knows them. You can either lead like Hitler, for example, or you can lead like Martin Luther King Jr., right? There could be no doubt that both were leaders of the absolute highest order, okay? But leading out of fear and leading out of respect are two completely different approaches, one of which makes you a positive leader, of course, and the other makes you a negative leader. See, leaders who present with respect will be met with loyalty during times of adversity, whereas leaders who lead through fear, they will eventually meet resistance when the going gets tough. I ask you a rhetorical question now. What type of leader do you want to be remembered for? But perhaps the most important thing that I'm going to share with you all today is this, okay? And again, this is thanks to Mr. Simon Sinek. It is the, quote, "it starts with why," end quote, principle. The "it starts with why" principle. The best teams and the best leaders, they all start with a why in mind. And it is this very distinction that translates into success, okay? Attempting to climb Mount Everest, and I mean this literally, like literally attempting to climb Mount Everest, with no reason behind it at all, will actually be monumentally harder than attempting to climb that very same mountain with a deeply rooted passion behind it, a reason, a why, okay? It is the reason for what you do that translates into success, especially, okay, especially if the goal is relatively large and has a time dependency linked to it, right? For example, an entire season, an entire 3-month, 4-month season, okay? The word here is grit, all right? I know I don't have that on the slide, but the word is grit, okay? What is grit? Grit is one's ability, okay, to stay strong, especially throughout the long haul, all right? It's the ability to get knocked down, like literally, whether physically or metaphorically, and to get back up over the long haul. It is the ability to practice hard for an entire season, for example, okay? It's the ability to show up ready to work after a devastating loss. It could be the discipline to get to bed on time. It could be resisting underage drinking, not going to that party that you got invited to, right? Knowing you have practice the next day or a game or whatever, okay? It's getting your homework done. Grit is the ability to stick it out over the long haul, okay? And without a why, if you don't have a why, a deeply rooted, passionate reason driving your actions, you will inevitably fall short and or be outcompeted, okay? And don't confuse the word why with the word what, okay? This is crucial. What is always a result. The word what is always a result, okay? Why isn't I want to win the state championship? Okay, that's a result. Winning the state championship is a result. It's a what, all right? The why is, I want to make my family proud. I want to make my coach proud, right? Good teams, they don't want to win one for themselves. They want to win one for the coach, all right? They want to win it for each other, for their brothers, for their sisters, to the left and to the right of them, on the sideline, on the bench, in the locker room, in the classroom. So think about the following question, and think long and hard about it. Come up with a why, okay? Think about who you want to follow. Think about how you want to lead. Think about how far you want to extend your circle of safety. And ask yourself, who do you play for? Thank you very much. It has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you all today.
Guy, thanks so much for your presentation. I think the student athletes of New York State can really relate and use your advice in their everyday lives, whether it's at home, at practice, in school. But again, thanks so much for being with us today. Over the summer, Guy will be filming a 90-day health and fitness program in the Capital District. He's looking for participants to take part in the production, and if you have interest in participating in the biggest fitness video production in history, don't hesitate to contact Guy. Entire families and all ages are needed. Also, if you're interested in having Guy come to your school and speak, or you have questions about his presentation today, please contact him using the information on the screen. Now, don't forget to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at NYSPHSAA for updates on special programs and different championships throughout the year. Also, thanks to NYSPHSAA for their support of NYSPHSAA Captains Club. Make sure you join us next time on Tuesday, February 14th at 3 p.m. to hear from Abram DeMarco. Abram had a 21-year career as an officer in the U.S. Army. He's had a hand in developing leaders in a wide array of places and situations, so make sure you register when the time comes. And last but not least, being a leader matters and you matter. Have a great rest of your day.